All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're, as you can see, on board the Caribbean 27F. We finally got our hands on it down in Pittwater and they've given me the keys. So lucky us, we get to take it for a bit of a sea trial and see how she performs. So on this, this is hull number 1. This boat is fitted with the Mercury Verado 300s on it. So that's the largest engine option that we've got available on this boat. What we have also is we've got fitted with that the joystick controls, so pretty easy maneuvering with that. Electronic controls, we've got trim tabs. In front of me at the helm, we've got the Mercury control center. We've got the Mercury screen, sorry. A Garmin screen as well at the helm. I'm just going to head out to sea a little bit, and as we trim it a little bit, we'll see what she's got. Like I said, pretty calm out here today. There's not much going on, unfortunately. But we'll try and punch it into a few waves for you and see what she does. So, with these 300s in the calm water of Pittwater, we have tested them and she pretty comfortably gets up to top speed of about 47 knots. Right now, I'm just heading past Barrenjoey Lighthouse. We're sitting on 3,400 RPM, about 25, 26 knots right now. Let's just see what the fuel burns are like. So we're going through about 56 litres an hour right now. And right now in these conditions, this is pretty comfortable. I mean, while I'm driving the boat, while holding a GoPro, it's still going all right, which is nice. There are a few options on board these boats that will give you a little bit more stability and ease of use. So we do have the option for either Seakeeper Ride, which is the active trim system, which does a really good job of keeping the boat stable. Woohoo! I'm sure Nathan downstairs in the cabin is having a bit of fun hitting his head downstairs right now. We've got a few decent sized waves. Now, as I was saying, we've got Seakeeper Ride as an option. This boat isn't fitted with that. We haven't seen that just yet, but it will perform really, really well. And what that is automatic trim system that will keep the boat stable while you're running. It activates very, very quickly and changes very quickly to conditions to keep the boat stable. There is also an option and availability to put a gyro on these boats. So we have either a Seakeeper or a quick gyro option, and they will fit in the rear, underneath the rear lounge where it folds out, essentially just above where the rear bilge is. So as you can see, there's nothing crazy going on here. So now I'm sitting on about 3,100 RPM. Like I said, I'm kind of not really holding on with too much, seeing as I'm holding the GoPro and trying to keep it somewhat steady. But she feels pretty good. She feels very stable. I mean, a nice wide hull, and honestly, for a 27-foot boat, she doesn't get knocked around too much. We got some decent waves, more than I thought. It's coming from the south today. Now, if you have the Seakeeper Ride system or a gyro, obviously running out here, the boat is going to be really, really good with its pitch and roll. Even without that, the Mercury system with the Verado 300s does have the auto trim system, which is that's pretty handy. We've also got the trim tabs as well, the main marine trim tabs as well. So either or, pretty good. Now that we're out here, we'll bump it up just a little bit and do a couple of turns. Make it nice and uncomfortable for Nathan downstairs. Our lovely media and drone pilot for today. The steering with the 300s, being electric power steering, and the controls, the throttles, it all feels very smooth. It's nice to have access up to the Flybridge on the port side if you do have some guests on board that were coming up on the Flybridge with you. Means that if they need to swap out, they don't have to walk between you and the steering wheel. They can just get up and down the ladder themselves without bothering you. So if you, there we go. Woohoo! Right now we're sitting about 3,700 RPM, going just a touch under 30 knots. I mean, she's loving it. At this speed, so 3,700 RPM, like I said, just a touch under 30 knots, about 28, 29 knots. We're just on 70 litres per hour. On board this boat, we've got, this one, hull number one, has a 500 litre tank. There is some more space under the floor where there is an option for a 600 litre tank, which would be pretty nice. So after a bit of running in some calm water and some water out here today, which isn't too rough, you know, the boat seems to really like sitting on about 27 knots, and like I said, that'll run at just under 60 litres an hour, something around between 55 litres and 58 litres an hour, which, you know, is pretty decent run time. Even with a 500 litre tank, that gives you a fair run time at 27 knots. And yeah, honestly, it's really comfortable all day at those speeds. Above my head, we've got a bimini, which I don't have up at the moment because it's a pretty cold winter's day, so nice to get out in the sun a little bit. Woo! Just need to do a quick pit stop to land the drone. So we're just gonna head on in now, and I'll punch it quickly, and we'll just get a top speed reading and give you a few details about what the fuel burn's like and all that sort of jazz. Not that you'll be running around at 40 something knots everywhere, but nice to know that you can when you need to. So it pretty quickly gets up on the plane, of course, as you'd expect. So right now we're just sitting at 25 knots with the speed increasing. And as it starts to get a bit calmer, we'll start punching it. So we're sitting on 30 knots now, about 38, 50 RPM. 75 litres per nautical mile. Sorry, 75 litres per hour combined. All right. Even out the trim tabs. So 5,500 RPM right now. We're at 45, just under 46 knots. Burning through 190 litres an hour. Obviously you won't be doing this for very long, but like I said, if you're out running a storm, nice to know that it can be done. She feels solid, nothing's rattling and shaking. This is even at this speed, pretty comfortable sitting on this speed. This is insane. Feels like very high quality. Everything's very solid. The boat feels like it's got a very good quality behind it. And something I didn't mention when we were out offshore is that even when we did hit a few of the waves, we noticed that, I mean, I wasn't getting any spray, which is nice. So, you know, plenty of spray going off to the sides, but ultimately very dry still, which is nice to know. So the hull is still doing everything that the hull's been known for. All right, we'll start to back it off now as we get a bit closer to a few boats, but it's been really good to get a chance to drive this thing and get it out on the water. It's always nice seeing them at boat shows when they're new, but even better to get out and enjoy them properly and see how they're actually going to be used in the real world. Been really impressed with this. So this is with the 300 Mercuries again, so this is the highest engine option. Now there is the 250 Mercury Verado, but it's the same engine block, so was the same weight, and it was only really a saving of about $8,000. So we removed that option, just said most people are going to choose the 300s. We do have the option for 200s as well, so it'll be good to see once one of those boats comes out of the factory. We'll test drive one of those boats with 200 options as well to see what the performance difference is like. But for now, we're loving everything that we can see on this thing, and we're excited to see you guys soon. We'll hopefully we'll see you on the water for a sea trial or an inspection, and you can ask away what questions you've got. we'll chat soon.